Hmm. Conversations. They hold the key. They can be the game changer. They are important. They are crucial, and they sometimes have to be courageous, or maybe all the time. Today, join me as I challenge you and me to have 5 crucial conversations that could change your life and kickstart your success. That's right. We're having courageous conversations. They're the foundation for any successful journey. So whether personal or professional, and we're going to deal with both, they have the power to shape our perspectives, open doors to new opportunities, and help us grow as individuals. So having the right conversation can literally change the trajectory of our lives. And that's what I want to explore today in this video. So today, success starts with these conversations. Hi, I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes. So let's dive in today. See, many people struggle initiating conversations that can lead to success. That's right. They don't even want to get it started. They might feel intimidated by the thought of reaching out to somebody new, somebody they admire. They might not even know how to start a conversation that could lead to a meaningful connection. There could be a fear of rejection, that little R word rears its ugly head, fear of not being good enough, and it can hold us back from having conversations that can potentially change our lives, be the game changer, if you would. See, some individuals may also struggle with imposter syndrome. You heard of that, and we talk about it a lot lately. They feel like they just don't belong in certain circles or certain situations, and they're not worthy of being able to speak up. But let me just tell you, your voice matters, and there are people who are waiting uncomfortably to hear what you have to say, and many think the same way that you do. This can be especially true if you're just starting out, you're brand spanking new in your career, or you're looking for a significant change. We kind of get the jitters in our stomach, if you would. People often underestimate the power of a simple conversation. This might be something that's important enough for us to talk about today, and your thoughts are valuable. If you don't speak up, no one will know. So this can lead to some missed opportunities and a lack of growth, both personally and professionally. But many individuals also struggle with finding the right people to have conversations with. That's a big one. People who can offer guidance, support, as well as valuable insights so that you don't have to learn it the hard way any longer. This can be especially challenging for those who are introverted. They don't want to go out there and they don't want to say, we often say, I want to lead from behind the scenes. Or sometimes if you don't have the right network, been there, done that, okay? We want the right contacts. So conversations, honestly, when we think about it, can be daunting, especially when they involve people that we don't know well or who are in positions of power. But it is often those very conversations that lead to great growth and opportunities for us. So we have to push past our fears and our doubts, and often we have to open up ourselves to new experiences and connections that can help us achieve our goals. So whether it's a conversation about with a potential mentor, a networking event, meeting with a potential collaborator, having the right conversation can really be the key that unlocks our success. So today we're talking about those conversations that lead to let me say it again. Those conversations that lead to success, like we really want it. So having the conversations with the right people can help us learn and grow in ways that we never, ever thought possible. So whether it's through networking, mentorship, or feedback, there's a bonus one. I said 5. I'm going to give you another one. These conversations can provide us with valuable insights and guidance. And I'm absolutely loving that. And that's what I want for you. It's going to help us achieve our goals. So networking conversations can help us meet new people and make connections that can lead to new opportunities. Mentorship conversations can provide us with guidance and support that we need from someone who has experience and expertise. Let me say that one again. They have experience and expertise. I'm so tired of the so-called experts. Yeah, we don't want that any longer. If they have the experience and expertise in the desired field that we want to get into, having a conversation with them is really going to help. So, and then I'm going to give you some bonus one. We'll keep talking about all of these. Feedback conversations can help us learn and grow from our mistakes as well as identify areas of improvement. So let's start. The first conversation that I'm going to tell you to have is a conversation with the Lord. That's right, a God conversation, God talk, if you will. Why? Because it's so important to find out from our Creator, the creator of this entire universe, what He has positioned and planned for our lives. We want to live on purpose and be people of purpose. We can't do it if we don't know where we're going. We can say, let there be light. Lord, show me the obstacles in front of me. Show me the solutions that are available. Show me the potential problems. Show me where you want me to go. Show me. Not like Abraham, start walking and then I'll show you. Oh, no, the Lord knows me. I want the GPS map. I mean, I don't know what I did without GPS before now. You guys can be it. All right, conversations with God. There are some questions that you need to ask the Lord. And I'm going to just caution you. You're not asking why, right? Many times He won't answer that one, but He will answer some other ones. So instead, I say, ask what? What am I supposed to learn from the circumstances that I'm going through? What am I supposed to learn about the conversation I just had with someone? What am I supposed to learn about myself in the midst of all of this? Then I ask, how can I solve this problem? What are the resources that I have? Who am I supposed to be helping? Where am I going to find those resources? Those are some great questions, some great conversations to have with the Lord. And mine are typically in the car or in the shower, but you can have it anywhere you deem necessary, anywhere that you want, because He's always available. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. The second type of conversation that I'm going to suggest that we have is an internal conversation. I talked about this, I believe, last week, where I was supposed to be dreaming and figuring out what my goals are going to be, a vision for the future. And I got in the car and I was driving because I could not, in this current environment that I was in, I couldn't see it. But I had conversations with me. Oh, those are some really good conversations, because then you find out really what you like, what you don't like, and find out about your standard. See, your standard is actually the floor. It's not the ceiling. But if you're not willing to sacrifice or struggle or give up something for that standard, it's not a standard. But what questions are you going to ask? Questions for yourself. Who is at my table? Sometimes we have people put in the wrong positions at our table. Sometimes we don't have the right people at the table. We need to remove them from the table altogether. Everybody can't come into every place. I use the illustration of saying, if you're talking with someone, some people don't even know your address at your home. They can't come to the house. Others can come to the house. They come in the front door and you might just sit them in the living room. But very few people get a chance to go into your bedroom. Yeah. But the conversations that you have with you is, okay, well, what value is this person adding? Are they an asset or a liability? How are they helping where I'm going in the purpose and the plan that God already showed me that is connected and intersects with my passion? That kind of thing. Now, I really could have had this conversation sitting on a couch. I'm in the office today because I really want to talk from a professional standpoint, but I'm going to deal with some personal too. So for me, internal conversation. Why do I want it? Well, first of all, what do I want? And I need to identify it as specifically as possible, as detailed as possible, considering all aspects. What do I want? If you don't know what you want and you can't clearly articulate it, you can't tell it to someone else. The Bible tells us in Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain so men might be able to run with it. No one else can help you with where you want to go if you can't tell them clearly where you want to go. So, what do I want? And then I pair that with, what has God said? Okay. But then why do I want it? My why is going to get me over that inevitable time when I'm going to feel stuck and feel like not wanting to do it or not getting up out of bed in the morning and the whole humdrums, if you would. You want to make sure that you got a great enough why to keep you moving forward. All right. Where are the resources? That's another good one. And then you have to answer the question, when? When am I going to start? And let me tell you, the answer is now. Today. Would have been better yesterday, but today we're going to start and we're going to move forward. All right. So that's two. But I got so much more for you. I told you 5, and I said a bonus one, so another 6th one. So let's just jump in. Courageous conversations. Now, these are many types of conversations that can foster success, including conversations with people who already are where you want to be. These conversations then provide us with valuable insights and guidance and can help us to learn from other people's experiences. Why reinvent the wheel? Why go through all the years that they have gone through, me included? Instead, learn from what we already know and shorten your path to success. See, conversations with peers can also be beneficial. Um, they can provide some support and encouragement if it's the right people at your table, and they can often help you stay motivated and focused. And we're going to talk about some feedback conversations from those too, because those are going to be crucial to find out what they really were thinking, what didn't come across as clearly as it could. Yeah. All right. It can identify areas of improvement. So a business coach or an executive coach can help you with strategy. I love the fact that there is a strategic way of getting to where you want to go. I say the more simpler you can make it, the better it's going to be for one, you to stay focused and to keep consistent with it, but it's also going to make it come out even better. The more complex the problem, the usually we don't want to do it, right? And then we can't explain it to someone else and they can't go run with it. So conversations can also be very powerful to learn from others and gain their perspective. By listening to other people's experiences as well as their insights, we can gain a deeper understanding of the world and the people in it. Oh, I had one of those the other day, and I was really surprised at the perspective that I got. But it was good to know, and it opened my mind that this is how some other people are thinking, right? Because we can't just be a legend in our own mind. Save that one for another day. This can help us also be more empathetic and understanding and can provide us with the knowledge and the skills we need to succeed. Because when I know what my client, my potential client wants, I can then offer that. I can create content that follows with what they're wanting and giving them what they need. So whether it's a conversation with a stranger or a friend or a colleague, every conversation has the potential to teach us something new and to help us grow. So we're talking about courageous conversations. We need to have them. One conversation that I'm going to say, this is number 4, that has a profound impact or has had one on my life is one with a mentor. Now, I'm going to tell you, everybody in most cases is going to need a coach to do something, but a mentor is different. They add a layer of encouragement, empowerment, and value because of their life's experiences. They might not give you like the business coach or the executive coach that I just mentioned. They're going to give you action items in order for you to do. A mentor sometimes just gives you things to think about for your own introspection. This one taught me that taking risks and stepping outside of my comfort zone. And boy, am I outside of that with all the transitions in my life. The conversation that I had with my mentor changed my perspective, had me looking for values and looking at my worth and identifying where I wanted to go with my vision, encouraged me to pursue opportunities that I never thought even possible. It reminded me that growth and success often require us to be brave. You're right. And take that first step. And if it had not been for Dr. Trim, I don't think I would be looking 20 years down the road at my age. And 20 years doesn't seem like that. It seems far when you're down the road sometimes, but it's not that far. So I've got a greater perspective, a greater understanding of where I really want to go and what I need to do in order to get there. So even though it might feel scary or a little bit uncertain, having a conversation with a mentor can really change. It can make a lasting impact in your life. And it really has inspired me to have more conversations, even talking about this, having those conversations that lead to growth and success. That vision, yeah, and identifying the 12 different areas and what I really wanted to do, as well as my personal branding, me thinking of how I want to change the game and show up and be perceived, and realizing that sometimes I can be intimidating to others, not because that's what I want to do, but just because of how God has created me, because your oil is going to show up. That's on the professional side. But on the personal side, you can have those same kind of conversations. In my sister's place, I had one client that came to me and she was really distraught. I had to talk her off the ledge, to be honest with you. And that happens as we're going through, as we're transitioning. But in the conversation, she had to step outside, and I could hear these birds chirping very loudly over her. And I reminded her that God sings over each and every one of us, that she is valuable, that she's worth all of that. We have to recognize that the creator of this entire universe created us uniquely. He created us for purpose. He loves us unconditionally, and he wants the best for us. He says, wipe your tears. I got you. I'm going to turn your mourning into dancing. I'm going to give you beauty for ashes. Sometimes we just need to hear that from a mentor. All right, number 5, let's go on. Another conversation that comes to mind is one I had with a client that was struggling to find purpose in their work. This is more on the professional side. The conversation that we had helped her identify her strengths as well as her passions and gave her the courage to pursue a profitable path. Did you hear me say profitable? Sometimes we can be overwhelmed and unprofitable, even though we've got the skills to get there. Now, this conversation was a powerful reminder that our words and our actions have a profound impact on other people. We all have a metron. We have a circle of influence that we can help. But it's the right conversations with the right people that can help people grow as well as succeed. So I had an opportunity to show her the importance, or it showed me also the importance of active listening and having empathy in this conversation. The skills that she needed to help build this deeper connection were skills that I also needed in assisting her. So the Queenpreneur Accelerator Program is where this incubator, if you would, of people come together, these queenpreneurs, female entrepreneurs that say, I want to get this done. I want to be profitable. And Jeannie 5 times her income very easily. It was a great path to success because we implemented the strategy, the structure, the systems, and the scalability, getting clear on her divine assignment, the people who she was serving, the problems she was solving, and going out and actually getting it done. So yes, I love that. And then I say, my bonus, number 6 conversation. In addition to those, I've also learned the importance of feedback conversations. You know, the after action reports, if you would. These conversations can be difficult to have because a lot of times we get defensive. I don't want to hear what I didn't do right. And that's not what they're supposed to be. I know we say constructive criticism, but we get caught up on the criticism side and we don't listen to the constructive side. But they are crucial for growth and development. By being open to feedback and using it as an opportunity to learn, we can improve our skills and achieve our goals because they help us get there a lot faster. One example of conversation it can foster success is just asking, what was the biggest takeaway? In many instances, when I'm doing a webinar, I'm going to do a challenge, or even in having a conversation with a client after we finish our sessions together. What was your biggest takeaway? It allows me to see what really resonated and impacted them. So let me conclude by saying, having the right conversation is crucial for achieving personal and professional success. By being open to these new conversations as well as connections, and by being brave enough to take that first step, we can create opportunities for growth and success that we never thought possible. So if you had an opportunity or a conversation that changed your life or your career, I'd love to hear about it. And I want you to go ahead and put it in the comments below. And if you're looking for more content about having these meaningful conversations and achieving success, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I would love for you to do that, both on professional and personal development. We're going to make sure the spiritual gets in there and the financial too. So there's just so much. But make sure you comment your own experience about those impactful conversations. I also invite you to have a courageous conversation with yours truly, with me. Schedule a vision breakthrough call. Go to my website, ChontaHaynes.com/vision, and we'll talk about the next best step for you so you can have an effective conversation. And when you do, success will follow. So start that conversation today and watch your life change for the better. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes. I've got strategy, structure, systems, and scalability for you. I empower queenpreneurs to reimagine, reinvent, and reframe to the next level. How do we do that? We do this all by putting feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your week. God bless.